What's up, traders? Welcome back to another video. In this video, I'm going to be introducing you guys into another prop firm called Glownode. This is a new prop firm that I've been checking out, that I've been trading with, and I'm going to be showing you guys a setup from one of our trading rules, our trading styles, that could have got you a funded account right away. As you guys know, all the links are in the description. I'm gonna leave the link in the description for Glownode if you guys want to check it out. I'm gonna talk about it a little bit, show you guys how it works. So the first thing about Glownode is you have no time limit, guys. I'm not sure how many other prop firms that I've seen that does this, but whatever challenge account that you get, you have no time limit on it, meaning there's no 30 days for the first phase, no 60 days for the second phase, the usual that all the prop firms do. No time limit. You buy an account and you're with that account. Okay, that's it. There's no time limit for you to pass your challenge. They give you the time. So they erase the factor of that time that has a lot of people scared, and usually a lot of people fail their accounts because of time. So they erase that factor. On the other hand, though, they do not give refunds, but that doesn't really concern me too much because you do not buy a challenge account if you're not ready. Okay, and the time limit covers for that because you're not in a rush. They're not rushing you. Okay, also 80-20 split off the bat. Now I know for my forex funds that I work with as well, there starts at either 70-30 or 75-25. But this is 80-20 off the rip, okay, which is another big thing. Okay, 80%, you keep 80% of your profits, they get 20. Challenges are easier. I'm pretty sure it's like, what, 8%? Let's go ahead and check that out and go down here. So here's their challenge accounts: 10K, 25K, 50K, 100K, 200K. Now these are cheaper prices than FTMO, but I believe these are the same prices as my forex funds. The difference is there's no time limit, right? You got two-phase evaluation, 8%, 5% on the second phase. Okay, so the next thing that I want to talk about here is they have another evaluation, which is a one-phase evaluation. Now the one-phase evaluation is going to cost you more. That's the only thing. It's going to cost you a little bit more money, and I understand that because you only have to pass one phase and you get instantly funded. Now if you have the money and you don't want to do no challenges, you want to get straight off to it, then you could just instantly buy a funded account. So that's pretty much it, guys. Go check out the link in the description and go check out Glownode. Okay, all right, so jumping right into it, I was talking about a setup for you guys that could have helped you pass your Glownode account today. So looking at EU, right, and I'm gonna get straight into it. I don't want to get too much talking. We're gonna get right into EU, and I'm gonna talk about EU a little bit. And one thing I want to talk about is at first EU, we had this bearish order flow that was going to the downside on lower time frame. So you can see I have my lower time frame structure pulled out right here, which is cool. As you guys know, I have my three keys right here: structure, supply and demand, cause and effect. All right, so here was our structure now, but we have invalidated structure. Okay, so I was looking for sales until we invalidate this high, but now what you can do is you could possibly play the other side. Once we take out this high, we know that buyers are starting to get into the market, or the market is just retracing on a higher time frame. So basically all we're doing is we're in the pullback on a higher time frame to target higher areas of supply, such as these areas, right? That's basically what we're doing right now because this market is still bearish on a higher time frame. This is just a pullback. This is going to be a bigger pullback on a bigger time frame. Okay, so when we go on a lower time frame, it may look like this is a bullish market, but all of this is just order flow. Okay, so looking at the order flow, you guys can see we're just having a series of reaccumulation, reaccumulation. Okay, and as I go down on the lower time frame, you're gonna see more reaccumulations. Okay, so we have it here from today and from yesterday: reaccumulation, and a reaccumulation here. So what we're gonna be talking about is this reaccumulation right here. So what happened today is we swept Asian lows. Right after we swept the Asian lows, the market moved higher. Let me go to the 1 minute time frame. Market moved higher, and what I was looking for at the time, I was looking to see if we could come back into this area right here for a potential trade opportunity. Okay, you can see that this is a smaller accumulation on a lower time frame. I was going to take a limit order from here. Okay, so what we did here, the market retraced and we did not come down here. Once that happens, right? Once that happens, we come down here and we do not mitigate it and the market continues higher. This is off the charts for me. This is off the board. Okay, the next opportunity is going to be whatever happened here, because technically it's just another reaccumulation. The market's just reaccumulating itself. So simply what you do now, let me go ahead and delete this as well. What you do now is you find out, what do you want to take in here? What needs to be mitigated here? Since we already know this market is bullish, we technically don't have to wait for more confirmations. And I'm going to show you a confirmation entry as well, but you technically didn't have to. I'm going to show you different type of entries that you could have taken on this setup. So basically what I was looking for is I was looking for what actually needs to be mitigated. Okay, so I was looking at imbalance and I've seen that most of the imbalances has been filled except for one candle, which was this candle right here. Okay, as you guys can see, I zoom in, you see this is the last imbalance that needs to be filled. So if I was going to take a limit order on this right here would have been my limit order, which it was underneath this low. That would have been your limit order. You could take a limit order on here and then you could set your TP to a new high, or since this market is bullish, you could have set a running TP, right? Probably all the way up to this high over here, which would have been a great high to target. Cool, that's a first trade. Now let's zoom in and see what happens on a lower time frame. When I tell you guys the market is fractal, I tell you guys trust this process right here, trust the 3 keys, trust it, okay? So we're gonna go ahead and zoom in and you're gonna see as the market starts to accumulate itself. So you can notice the market starts to accumulate when we slow down. You can see we have this huge bearish selling pressure towards the downside, and you can see the market just begins to slow down. All right, once this happens, that is telling you the market is going into a range. Once the market goes into a range, that means it's building a schematic. So if we're looking for buys, the only schematic that we should be looking for is accumulation. Okay, there's no reason for us to think distribution, redistribution. No, if we're in a bullish order flow, which we are, and we were looking for buys, we're looking for an accumulation. Okay, so that right there just erases everything else out of your mind. So now your mind is only focused to looking for accumulation, buy opportunities. So what do we see? We see several drives to the downside. And then we have our last drive, which occurs right here. This move right here is our last drive. You can see that's our last drive to the downside. And what happens afterwards, once we mitigate this candle and we feel the imbalance, we create a change of structure. Sorry, not a change of structure. We have a change of character. All right, we create that change of character by breaking this high. Once that happens, we have formed our accumulation. So this accumulation has now been formed. What do you take your entry? Very simple. Sponsor candle, order block, whatever you want to call it. Same thing that we've been talking about, guys. Right here, that's your first entry. You have a 3-pip stop loss. That entry alone, let's see, first high right here, that entry alone would have been a 1 to 8. Okay, 1 to 8. What do you need exactly on this 2-phase? Let's see, 8%. That's your 8% right there. All right. And just looking at where the market is at right now, we're at a 20 to 1. 1 to 20, 20 to 1. Same thing. That's where we're at right now off one trade. Now the market did kind of trick me out right here off this reaccumulation on a lower time frame. We ended up making a bigger reaccumulation. So I can't say that right here you could have taken an entry, which you probably would have, but you would have got stopped out right here. Okay. So the next potential entry would have been off of this candle right there, off the 50%. And you can see we came in and we mitigated right on the 50. If you didn't take the 50, then you would have taken the open of it, which it still would have been a very good mitigation. This would have been a smaller stop loss, a 2.5, but most likely than not, most people would have probably taken the open, which would have been a 4.5, right? That's just 2 trades. This trade right here is really the only trade you needed, this first trade off of the test of the accumulation. But don't forget, we had another trade opportunity which was sitting right here, and then you just have more trade opportunities. After that, the market had FOMC today and we just took off right after. as you can see, the market took off, guys. It's that simple. Do not complicate these challenges. Stick to your trading rules. Make sure you have good risk management. Okay, that's it. That's all you need to pass these challenges and get funding and start making capital and start your trading success. All right, guys. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Do not forget to check out Glownode. I will see you guys in the next video. Peace out.